All right, y'all, man. We back. Birds raw and uncut. You already know, man. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut, man. Ain't no rewinding us back. You know what I mean? Excuse my lateness. I try to do these videos, the same day as the game or the day after. Been dealing with a little family emergency, so I've been at the hospital. So things a little off track. But I said, let me hurry up, get this in while I got a chance. So good win. Something that we haven't done in a while, which is blow the team out, run them off the field. Another slow start in the fact that we didn't score in the first quarter, which I don't put a lot of stock into that, man. I know we're the last team in the league, still haven't scored in the first quarter, but you beat a team 28-3. I can't be worrying about that it was 0-0 after the first quarter. Excuse me. So that's where I'm at with that. We would all like to see them start faster, move the ball better in the first quarter, and get points on the board. But I'm more concerned with the finish, at the end of the game, the final results, man, how much we got on the board at the end as opposed to what you got on the board at the end of the first quarter. That's just how I see it, man. It's a laundry list of things to be concerned about. And me as an Eagle fan, the first quarter points thing is not one of them. It's not high on the list for me. It's on the list, but it's not high on the list for me. The way that game started out, man, was looking like it was just going to be a sack fest on both sides of the ball, Mailata was not playing, so we had a backup left tackle in, Freddie Johnson, who I thought, got off to a rough start, but I thought as the game went on, he started to find his footing. He made some nice plays out there if you watch the film throughout that game. In the beginning, he was giving up some pressures and it was looking bad. It was looking like Jalen was going to have no time to throw. But as that game went on, I thought he held his own. So shout out to him. We know the defense been playing well. People going to say it's garbage teams and all that, and that's cool and fine. But I think it's 9 quarters now and a half, 9.5 quarters they haven't given up a touchdown. So I'll take that no matter who we play. We can be playing high school motherfuckers out there. I'll still take it. And you got to give credit when it's 9+ quarters you haven't given up a touchdown. So motherfuckers are going to take props. Let them take props. You know what I'm saying? But the defense is moving in the right direction. And we got some young stallions out there that's making a name, that's really flying around. Nakobe Dean, it's good to see him making his mark. He had a couple sacks. He's flying around, Cooper DeJean flying around, Quinyon Mitchell. Listen, we talking a small sample size of 6 games, but in those 6 games, man, Quinyon has been, let's keep it a bean, one of the best corners in this league. I'ma just keep it real with you. So, one of the fun things about this defense is the young studs and stallions that's out there running around on the field. And he just got Sidney Brown back, so that's another young stallion that's going to be running around out there. So that was definitely good to see. D-line getting pressure. Again, people going to, people going to nitpick and find the negatives in everything. Don't matter, you know what I'm saying? But we got to find the positives, you know what I'm saying? We was looking for some positives coming in this game, things we wanted to see. When they show them to you, you have to then accept it. Like, okay, you want to see them not turn the ball over. They ain't turn the ball over. You want to see the line get some sacks. They had 8 sacks. Like, you can't say, they playing against garbage people. Last week the complaint was you only beat a garbage team by 4 points. Now they go out and beat a garbage team 25 points, and you can't. Then you gonna move the goalposts again and say, now they gotta play. Nothing to do. Listen, the goal is for it to improve and get better on these things. All these things that we got, these check boxes you want to check off what they want to do. You don't want to see no turnovers. They didn't turn the ball over. You want to see pressure on the quarterback. They got pressure on the quarterback. So as they check them things off, you can't be so quick to say, they got to be against a different team. Okay, calm down. Calm down. We're playing the team that we just played. You wanted to see what you wanted to see, and they showed it to you. Take that in. Let it marinate on you and understand what's going on. And the elephant in the room, you know what I mean, was Saquon's game back at MetLife. You know, man, I was saying since the summertime, I'm going to put some money, man, like for him to get 2 touchdowns in that game, mark it down October 20th, man. When they play the Giants at MetLife, that's a guarantee 2-touchdown game, baby, that you could put your money on. You know, you're going to see some dividends back. And I'm going to keep it being with you, man. Like a couple hours before the game, again, I do this thing with these gambling. So my gut just told me, it was like, I don't think he's gonna get 2 touchdowns. He probably gonna get 1. So you always gotta go with your gut. You know what I'm saying? Put him down for 1. And you know, Jalen is the touchdown thief. You know what I mean? When it comes to no matter what running back you guys, you know, Jalen is Jalen ends up beating the 2 touchdowns. See what I'm saying? So just like, yo, like, that's the thing when you got a dual threat quarterback like Jalen. You get on the goal line, a lot of times he keep it. So I was glad I switched my stuff before the game because I was like, you know what? I got a bad feeling he's not going to get 2 touchdowns, yo. And he damn sure didn't. So heart go out to the people that had him down for 2 and 3 touchdowns, and shout out to the people that knew, like, you know what, Jalen probably going to be a thief, steal some touchdowns. But what he had, like a $180-something all-purpose yards, touchdown, monster game. Just happy for him that he was able to go back to his old home and show out the way he did because, you know, see, Hard Knocks put us on to some things. You know what I mean? That's why I was so glad that they put them on Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying? I was so glad they did that because it gave us the inside look at what really went down. You know what I mean? Ain't no he say, she say, and all that. We seen what actually went down with Saquon Barkley and his contract and how he was treated. And then we got the bonus stuff with the owner, saying what the owner said. You know what I'm saying? About, you know, how he wasn't going to be able to sleep and if he go to Philly and all this and that. And, you know, and the dickhead GM over there just smiling and, you know what I mean? He not even paying me no mind. Like, I hear you, but I don't. It's like, well, who's the boss in the room? Looking at that footage, like, aren't you the owner and he's the GM? Don't he got to do ultimately what you say? Ain't no damn I'm going to have trouble sleeping. It's get his deal done. I don't care what little bit of millions, 1 or 2 million you're trying to save. If he's the face of the team, by far the most popular Giant, all that shit he kicked in his ear, get his deal done. I'm telling you, I'm not asking you. Give him the contract he asking for because I want him back on the Giants. He came in there like, oh, I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna have trouble sleeping if he goes to Philly. Like he worked for him. Like, I'm looking at that footage. Like, who's the owner or who's the GM? Like, don't you own the team? What you say go? He over there smiling like you a joke when you said that. But that's what the fuck y'all get, and that's what they deserve, to get their ass bust, to get crushed, and for Saquon to run all over them. So that's exactly what they deserve for how they did him. So that was good. And then, and now they talking about the quarterback. Listen, y'all, that's what y'all chose to pay. That's what y'all chose to do with the money. But he couldn't get $1 or $2 more million. You know what I mean? But you was cool. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, everybody know that quarterback is ass. You know what I mean? But he was able to get a contract. You know what I mean? But this man can't get an extra $1.5 million, $2 million. They're going to fight him tooth and nail. Y'all deserve all that shit y'all getting over there. It's always fuck the Giants and all that. But, you know, on this, it's like we got an inside look. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they really, that shit is really, it seemed like in disarray over there. Like, they don't know what they're doing. You want to pay this man and then turn around and now you're scouting for quarterbacks? Like, what the fuck are you doing? But I don't know, man. I just know they got blowed the fuck out like they were supposed to. Goddamn quarterback, you know, another beautiful throw to AJ on 4th down. Let's not discount that. You know, didn't throw the ball. I think we threw the shit 14 times and ran it like 40 times. You know, it was a running game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Play smart, complimentary football. That's what was asked to be done. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the quarterback did. So I don't have no problems with the game Jalen played. You know what I'm saying? The running game's working. Got to make some plays in the passing game. He threw a dime on 4th down. That broke the game open because it was a 4th down play from the 41. If that don't convert, flips the field. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? It was only a 7-0 game at that point. Now you go up 14-0 and kind of put your foot on them. So huge play, not to be downplayed. Huge play. And it was good to see, like I said, that everybody on the D-line ate. Finally, Huff got a sack, who, we've been on his heels all season. So he finally got a sack. I believe Jalen Carter had 2 sacks. I think N'Kobe had 2 sacks. The rookie, Hunt, got in on a sack. Nolan Smith looked good. For undersized edge rush, he's, looked like some power out there. And then the coach. Can't forget the coach, because, all week, this was the week that, they had yelled at the fans and all shit, and, everybody's on Nick and this, that, and the third. And that's another one where it's like, let me tell you this, man. Somebody born and raised in SP, man. Somebody's from South Philly, man. It's been in this shit a long time. Like, it's funny, man, that we get a coach that acts just like this fan base, yo. Just like this fan base. He mirror image of this fan base. And a lot of the fans don't like him for it. Now, ain't that funny? So it's just funny to me. I mean, and I didn't take that as malicious when he went back and forth with the fan at the end of the game. It was more like, yeah, you was on me, whatever you was saying during the game, and I told you I got you. So now I'm saying how you like me now. Like, I told you I had you. That's what that was. It wasn't like he was like, fuck you, man, and this, that. No, it was like, yo, I told you I had you. What? Like, what now? But, I mean, listen, Nick is in a situation where if the team loses, he's going to get all of the blame. And when they win, he gets none of the credit. That's the situation he finds himself in. It's unfortunate. It's not right. But with a lot of these fans, that's the boat he in. You had people making fun of him, coming into the season and over the summer talking about Kellen Moore's calling the plays and running the offense. So what do you do? Right? That was the joke. What do you do? That's why I kept telling people, Dan Campbell don't call the plays, but y'all dickied him all night long. Right? So that was the joke. It was, what do you do? Like, you don't call the plays, you don't set the offense, Kellen Moore's doing that. But then when the plays wasn't working and they didn't like what was being called, they were blaming Nick. You see how people, it got to be one or the other. But when somebody doesn't like you and they got their mind made up about you, it doesn't matter. You're just going to be wrong and you're going to get the blame. How can I be made fun of because I'm not calling the plays and I'm not running the offense? And then when the offense isn't working, I get the blame. You see? So, again, in a situation where he's going to get the blame but none of the credit, I don't subscribe to that. I think Nick is a good coach. You don't have the record he has in this league. You don't accomplish what he's accomplished in this league without knowing what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? People, that was the coordinators. He didn't, oh, damn, when they went to the Super Bowl, oh, yo, that's the coordinator. Okay, so let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. What are those coordinators doing right now? I'm going to ask you again in case you're stuck on stupid. If he don't get no credit for that 2022 Super Bowl run and the coordinators was who should be getting credit and all that, what are those coordinators doing now? It's been a few years since 2022. They've been heads coaches of their own teams. What are they doing? Oh, I see. They ain't been doing shit, but still, they should get the credit for 20. Get the fuck out of here. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Nick. Nick is a good coach. Again, 3 years played. This is his 4th season. He has 3 completed seasons, a Super Bowl trip, and 2 trips to the playoffs. Period, point blank, end of story. I don't want to hear shit about these other coaches because we can take their props as fast as we take his. You are what your record says you are. Nick got a pretty damn good one. So that's all we got to say on that. We got Cincinnati coming up. Going to see, man. It's another test, man. Another test. We're not where we want to be yet, but we're trending in the right direction. So that's all we could hope for, man. On Birds Raw and Uncut, man. Y'all already know how we get it down. All right, so we're going to sign off with that. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. All right, peace.